Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. I know what I'll do. I'll put that one out, and I'll put that one down to there. I'll remove that one, and I'll put it here instead. And then I will go that way, and that way. So then it starts going. So I'm still doing exactly the same thing there. It's just that this bit here is feeding into the side. It's a fairly simple extra. So we've got 2,100 pieces of ore going to come off of that one, and they're going to feed down in. That one's empty. That's a dud. If I can move that one around, that one's also... Okay, we've got several duds here. You're dead, and you're dead. You've completely absorbed all the resources right there. We just remove those. Right, that's got 126 there, 839, and 1,100. So I've got 3 lots right there that one's extracting. And then if I move up here, I've got 2 lots right there. I've got 800 there, and I got 200 right there. So it's just move that, and I will take that one there. So you will go in here. And I'll drop that down. It's got 1,000 and that one's going to pick up. So over here, I've got you... Hang on. I got 1 right there. So that went underneath. That will go to there. So that's going back onto it. And I will take... Let's take these. We'll go just for the slow ones. That'll go out onto there. And then I put some power down. Like that. And I got this one now. Where does that need to go? Where did I have that running? It wasn't splitting out anywhere, was it? No, it was just coming on. It was just coming over to there. So I can bring that through here like this. Go down there like that. I go over this way. Remove you. And I go like that. And I'll put you back, but I'll put you over there. Okay, so I'm now going to clear out the little bit of ore that's there and the little bit of ore that's there, and that will allow me to get the copper ore that's under there without having other bits in the way. Probably I didn't need to go messing around with doing that, just those little tiny bits tidying up like that, but it may end up in the long run being something that will be beneficial to us. If it is, that's going to be absolutely brilliant, right? It will genuinely make a difference to how everything runs. And then up here, I've got everything joined in on one power pole over there. You really shouldn't do that. Let's move that in over here. I'll put another power pole over there. I've got 5 of these left. So we'll go to there. That's got 75 bits of iron there. So I want to move up by 1. 48,000 copper right there. And right next to it, that's 25,000 on there. And then over here, I can drop that one in, and I can drop that one in, and then I can put that one in up there as well. I bring that down like that. And I got those in. So that is now all of the additional copper miners running. I've got everything on here running that I can. I'm still not completely filling that belt up, right? But I've got everything on here. I've got as many miners running on here as I can possibly get running. I can't run any more on there. So it's a little bit of a nuisance that I can't put any more in there, but, you know, it's fine. It's something that we can live with. I don't mind that. It's just about full. And it's so close to, like, being completely maxed out that it genuinely doesn't really matter. I've got a little bit of copper now that's actually making its way up here to this one, which is another really good thing. So we know that we're not doing too bad. If I've got enough that's just feeding up through there, I've got enough copper ore that's running down that way. I'm going to run down through here, and we can go over and we can have a look and see what's running on this side. So the copper ore is running all the way through, and it's getting around to this side over here, and it's keeping these furnaces generally running. They're not all completely running, but they are generally keeping going. Actually, it looks like we are actually keeping all of the furnaces running. So if it's going to keep doing that, and if nothing changes in particular, the ore should back all the way up. And that's actually a good thing. It does mean that we've now got enough ore being fed into the belts. And I've got plenty of copper coming up this way now. Right, that's all of the copper that we've got coming in. We've got all of that little section over there is coming up through, feeding in. Plus, we've got a load extra coming from this side. And then I've got the odd tiny little bit that's feeding up that way. So this down here is kind of the big thing. But what will happen is that this will fill up, that will back up, and then, actually, I've got a chest over there that's going to start picking up green circuits. I don't want that chest to pick up green circuits. It's not something that we want to do. We'll get rid of that. That one can go. I don't mind it backing up on the processing units. That's actually going to work out very well. Mining productivity is now about to increase. As mining productivity is increased by 10%. We're very, very close to that. It doesn't increase the speed of the miners. It just gives you an additional 10% of ore coming off of each of the ore fields. So you won't notice any increase in speed, but you will notice some additional ore in each of the patches. Or I think, I'm not quite sure how it works, the productivity bit on here. So I think this is at, yeah, mining productivity 1. I think it might come up with a productivity meter. And that's actually like a really cool thing. It works exactly the same way that the productivity modules work, if it's what I think it is. If it's not what I think it is, then obviously I don't know what I'm talking about, and so we don't need to worry about it. But if it is, then, yeah, that would be absolutely great. Okay, let's go and have a look over here. How many have we got now? We've got 1,900 blue science packs, so we're almost there for the blue. I will actually stop the blue science production. Once we get enough, I'm going to remove a piece of belt from there. Once we've got enough of them. So that we stop using up all the materials of... Actually, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to stop that. And that's going to allow the blue science to back up and fill up. So that it will prioritize for a little while everything going up for the science packs up here. Because this is the ones that I could really do with keeping running. I've just got no copper anywhere. Actually, I do have copper. I have a reserve of 4,000 pieces of copper, which we could use right now. We could do with these right here. I have a copper reserve that we can use. Let me just drop that onto the line there, and I want to drop you onto the line over there. I will also go through. I've got a lot of fuel on here. Let me take that and go down there like that, and then I will go like this. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to go... Oops. I'll do that. Put you... There. Just hold the copper, the coal, and go over it. And it puts it out into the ones that are actually using coal. And the other bit that I want to do is I want to go up here. So mining productivity is finished. So let's run over to the mining productivity a minute. We can have a look right there on that one, and that should tell us what's happening with it. Let's go to you. There. Mining productivity. We've now got this little bar. Every time that bar completes a cycle, you get an additional piece. Right there. Look, see? We got an additional piece, came out, and it went in. You didn't actually see it, but it did happen. Just take my word for it. Right, I'm going to drop that lot there. I'm going to put the stone in there as well. That's all going to be used. It's going to go through here. And we've actually completely filled all of the bits over there as well. Right, that's all done. And it's doing the same down here as well. Right, it's filling those up. But what that means is on a scale of this many mining drills, we've now got a lot more copper ore coming out. So you're getting more, physically extracting more copper ore from the same area. That's fantastic. That is absolutely brilliant. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's wonderful. It is expensive, though. Right? It is an expensive upgrade. Right there, mining productivity plus another 10%. It'd be great if I could do that. I'm not going to. I am now going to start work on our logistics system. Every 30 seconds. All right? Blues, they're already backing up. And if we go and we have a look over here, instantly we have started using. So we're going to get a little way through to start with. We've got well over 600 utility science packs in here. We've got 2,000 blue science packs in here. It's the utility ones that we're waiting on. And those are the ones that are going to slow us all down. But what I'm hoping is, by having the blue science packs now backing up, I'm going to stop using the red circuits up there. And those are going to back up, which means that we're not going to be using as much copper over here, which means that we'll get more stuff going up there. But anyway, before I worry about stuff going up there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back down here. And like I said, before I got momentarily distracted, I'm going to just take that. So I've got 3,000 copper plates that I've just hoiked out of that chest down there. And yes, they are now putting those back in again, but it's going to do it slowly over time. And I'm hoping by that time it will have backed things up a little bit differently. So I'm going to go into here and I'm just going to pick that up. I'm going to go like that. I can put 100 in each of those. But then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. 7, 8, 9, 10. Go to you. 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. So I've now got a whole load of copper in here. That copper reserve that we've got should be enough just to get a few more of the low-density structures going for a little while. And we've got these processing units that are already starting to back up the line a little bit. We're waiting on those. We will also be waiting on some of those. But the blue science packs, those backing up, that's going to make a difference. That's going to speed up the production overall of everything else. It may not seem like it. It may sort of seem like we're sort of taking our time on a lot of this, and it's the difficult thing is we've got each of these are so expensive, right? These here, the very basic ones, there's 50 packs right there that you need. Whereas if you do it without anything extra, you only need, I think it's 10 packs. I got it times 5, I think. So I think you only need 10 packs for it. And also, I've got it on expensive recipes. So everything requires more materials to make. For example, an iron gear wheel right here requires 4 iron plates. Well, on normal settings, it only requires 2, I think. It might even only be 1. So everything I've got is a lot more expensive to make. And also, I'm requiring a huge amount more research to do absolutely everything in here as well. I like doing it like this because it presents a much bigger challenge. It's much more difficult to actually do it like this, and I find that to be highly entertaining. I find it to be a lot of fun to do that, but the only issue I ever have with it is this point right here, what we're at right now. This does give you a bottleneck, and it's not a major bottleneck, and it is the only bottleneck that I've ever really encountered, because from here on in, everything else, we start to change round. The belts will become a thing of the past. I don't have belts down in my factories, right? I rarely use belts at all. In my main factory, there's hardly any belts at all. If any, I don't think there's actually any belts anywhere, right? I remove the belts. The belts are gone. I don't want belts. I have other things. I have robots. That's what I've got robots for. I love my robots. I think they're absolutely fantastic. They're wonderful. They're amazing. And I use them in awful lot. So it's something that I'm going to continue doing. So our deconstructor planner, that will go out that far over there, and I'm able to go up. Right, I could do with another roboport right there. See, it's not going to happen at the moment. I can't put a roboport in there. But what I can do is you can put it out like that, but it doesn't really benefit you. So I'm going to run it down the side of where we've got the roboports available. And we're going to use our robots just a little bit. Get them to do a little bit more work for us. And I'll put that to there. Boom. Right, so I've got a little bit more timber that's going to go out. The robots will go out there. I love this bit. I love letting the robots go out. It's the first sort of rush that they do, right? They will go up and they go right up to the top corner and they will all grab anything, if they can fly that far. Sometimes they can't. They get part way there, turn around and go back and recharge first. They will take everything up there all the way through, and they take that whole section. Then they will fly down. They will go and do their recharging and everything else. Once they've done that, then it all splits up and they start going randomly everywhere. And you can see instantly we've now gone and they're all rushing out and they're recharging. And we have now got power shortages. That's another thing. You bring out your robots like that and it instantly throws out a major power shortage. So we're going to have power problems for just a little while. It's going to be just fluctuating a little bit as the robots go and deal with what they've got to deal with. It's a little bit inconvenient, but it's not a major problem, right? Once they've sort of once they've done that, once they've done what they want to do, it won't really be any issue whatsoever. So I'm going to look back down here, and timber is now coming out on this side. So it's going to prioritize timber coming out onto here, which is then going to feed down through to the boilers and everything else down here, and they're going to keep using that. So what I want to do now is I would like some more steam engines, and I would like some more boilers. If I want to be able to make all of that, though, I want to make quite a lot of steam engines. I'm going to need pipes, iron gear wheels, and 50 iron plates for each steam engine. The boiler is 4 pieces of pipe and 1 stone furnace. Boiler is fairly simple, and I can make a load of stone furnaces. I can only make 6 of those at the moment because I don't have enough stone furnace. Is it stone bricks, or is that is just ordinary stone? So I need to go and get some ordinary stone. I don't have any ordinary stone. Oh, actually, I might do. I do. I've got a load of ordinary stone in here. So if I take all of that a minute, I can make 86 stone furnaces. I've got 6 at the moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll make 10. And then I want to make another 10. So I've got 20 of them. So 1 and 2 lots like that. That's going to make 20 of them. So then I'm going to go zoom in on here. I'm going to drop in all of the stone up there. I don't want to carry any more of that around. I don't want to be lugging it about with me. Next bit that I want is the steam engines over here. No, actually the boilers. So pipes. I've got enough to make 20 boilers exactly. So I will go... I'll do that. If you press shift and you click it, it will just start making all 20. So I've got all of that. That's fine. Next, I want... was it 20 of them? Yes, it was. It was 20 of them, and I want 40 steam engines. I wonder if I've got this wrong. I'm wondering if it's 40 of those and 80 steam engines per electric pump. I don't think it is. I think I've got it right. Right, I'm looking at the water that's going in each of these. And I'm thinking I do actually have this right. At least I'm hoping I do. Let's have a look. See anything on there? It says 36 megawatts for 40. They do 900 each. Well, that's maxed out. And we are producing 36 megawatts exactly. So yeah, that is right. That is actually fitting correctly. So I want in here to make my 40 steam engines. I'm going to want... well, 10 would be 50 pieces of pipe. So I'm going to want 200 pieces of pipe. I got 100 at the moment. So let's get another 100 pieces of pipe like that. There. Okay, I got plenty of bits of pipe. And then I'm going to want 10 gear wheels. So I'm actually going to want 400 gear wheels. I got 200 at the moment. So if I go in here and I take another 200 of those, that's all good. And I want, what is it? It's 50 iron plates. Now that's the expensive bit. 50 iron plates. That is going to be, well, 10 of them will be, I need 2,000 iron plates. That's a lot of iron plates. This one here doesn't actually, it's not connected up to anything. I disconnected that one, didn't I? Right, so I've got 1, 2, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Let me just go like that. And does it tell me how many I've got? Well, apparently I can make 44 steam engines now. I want 40 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There, 40 steam engines. That's going to leave me with a few of those. So I've now got all of those bits that I need. Then I can look back at my blueprint over here, and I can start taking a look. Right, I want to right mouse button to open, and I'm going to need to move that one over onto here like this. So then we can mouse over it, and we can see what else I need. I want more pipes for this one. So I got 20 of them. I want 20 fast inserters. 20 fast inserters is going to be the next important thing. I can make those if I've got all of the materials here. I do have... So I'm going to have to wait for those to make. So there's 10, 20. I'm going to make 25, so I have got a couple extra at the end of it. And then we have a look over here. I'm going to want some electric poles, and I'm going to want 100. Right, the belts, the red belts, that's not going to be an issue for us. We've got those, and there are lights that need to go down as well, and then 79 pipes right there. So pipes. We've got those in a chest. We've got the pipes in a chest, so that doesn't matter either. They're busy running me in up with some more, and they're done. They've done their bit over there, and then they're going over there to go and recharge. And I dropped down somewhere over here a chest. There we go. There's the chest that I dropped down. I got a chest right there. It's got one pole in it. So I'm actually gonna need to make some more electric poles. I haven't got any. 55. That does it in doubles. Okay. Let me go like that. It's left me with, I'm going to use it all up. There's all of the timber gone. So now I just want to wait for this lot to make. As soon as this lot is made, I can start dropping some of it in here. So there's 20 boilers. There's 40 steam engines in there. I've got a few electric poles in there. I want 20 of those. I've now got 20 of those. I'm going to want more than that, I think. How many pipes did I say? I haven't looked at that bit. Oh, and the underground pipes as well. 8 underground and 79 and 20 and 32 telegraph poles, or electric poles. 32 poles. I don't have 32. I need some more. I want a stack of those, and I want that stack of those in there. That's everything. Almost. I want 6 of these. Put that one in, and then I put one more of those in. So it's just those 6 lamps. And if I stand... You see the problem we've got? Right, I just dropped in 50. It took them straight out of there, and it put them in me because I dropped them out. So what I got to do is I'm just going to have to run up here and grab them, because otherwise the logistic bots will just take them straight out of there and they'll give them back to me. I don't really want them to do that. That's an inconvenient thing for them to do. So if I just grab 50 from up there, that should be fine. Then they'll start making through that, and I will come down here. You are slowly filling that one up. That's fine. You can keep doing that. And we will come back down here again. So then I can go back to here and I can drop the 50 back in there like I wanted to have just now. I think I said it was 20 of them. It might have been 22. It's 20-something. I can't really remember. The only other thing that I want is a couple more of the electric poles, which I've just got to wait for. I just wait for this to make, and then we are good to put out another big power circuit. I don't need it now, right? I don't actually need it. We're not quite using that much, but if I can put that one down on the ground, then we've got an additional one that's out, and that will sort of future-proof the power situation just a little tiny bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it down on this side, I think. Actually, what I am going to do is I'm going to drop it down over here in this little area down here, and then I will be able to lift that one up, and I'll move it up by a couple of notches so that we're not in the way of these, and then I can put a line of them along, and it should work all tickety-boo. So I just want to lift those out of the way there like that. Yeah, right, let me just wait for this lot to build. There's everything built, so let's just drop... how many should we put in? I'll drop those into there. I think that's probably enough. That's probably everything that we want. Let's just double check. Just double check on there. Right, that is everything that we need. So now we can bring this one over this way, and we can drop this one down. We want to make sure that we've absolutely got this one in the right spot so that we can go and move it again. We can easily move this one around. We can easily place this one down. And I want to go right there. It's just above the RoboPort right there. The only downside is that the conveyor belt over the other side, that's not in quite the right place. But if I put this one, actually, if I lower that one down by one spot, That's going to be over the Roboport, though, and I don't really like that. What I think we'll do is we'll move this one over here, right over to there, like that, and I'll bring it up by one spot. And so I will put it there, so it will easily fit between. See, it will easily go between the Roboports. It's just that we've got these conveyor belts over here, so those are a little bit inconvenient. They're in the way, but I can move those round in a minute. I can lift them up and I can move them down. So I will make sure that is above the Roboport so it's out of the way. And we're going to plonk that one down like that. So there is the power. That's all going to go in there. And our robots are immediately coming over. They've gone and gotten a load of pipes from up there. They've immediately gone over there and they've picked up a load of stuff. And there'll be a load more coming down with all the conveyor belts to go all the way around it as well. You can drop all of them down. We've got them coming down here. And they're all of them able to put everything down before they needed to go and recharge. So we've got everything down there, all in one easy movement. That is absolutely fantastic. It really is. So we've got a few items left. I'm going to lift all of that one up, like that. And now I've got that conveyor belt that's running over that way. I want to move things around a little bit on here before I lift that one up. Which is something that we're going to need to do pretty quickly. At the moment, we're all right for speed and everything. We don't really need to worry about it. People have been telling me in the comments, by the way, that I've got these two in here together. And yeah, I know I did deliberately put those two together like that so that it would send the ore out just a tiny little bit more evenly than what it was doing. So yeah, I did do that quite deliberately. So never fear. It was all under control. And so far everything seems to be alright over there. Now we can go and we can move this and we can prioritize delivery of copper to different regions. Oh, it's here! This is what people keep talking about, how I've got these. People kept telling me that I've got these on two sides. Now, why did I put two of them in? I can't remember. Sometimes it does actually help, I think, to put two splitters down, but I can't really remember why you would want to do that. Or maybe it used to be. I don't know. But there. Okay, I've removed the double splitter. That one is now gone. It's no longer an issue. And I can prioritize putting the copper into one side over the other, but I'm not actually going to change it. I'm not going to make any difference to that. Those are busy moving back up. But at the moment, our copper, we kind of want the copper to be going this way so that it makes more of those. But these are backing up over this side, and that's fine. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not actually going to do anything to change this around at all. I'm literally just going to leave it exactly where it is. I suppose, actually, maybe we should start prioritizing it. I should prioritize the copper feed to come this direct. Okay, we will do that. So we will output priority on the right-hand side like that, so that all of the copper comes up here, and then it comes up this way, and it gets up to here. So we've got a priority feed going up this way, and that's going to prioritize feeding all of this lot. Now that will spread out, and it will go, the copper will feed round to, no, actually it will just feed up to there, and then it will stop. Plus it will split onto those, and then it will feed out these, and it will feed them onto there, and it will feed them onto this side, and it will also feed them around on the belt. It will go up through there, and it will feed them up through there. Now, I could move a few more of those and prioritize it going up to this side first. So I'm still going to be getting some of these coming out. Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.